Right guys, so I've got another vintage set for you today. This is one that you'll have seen in the haul the other day. It's the Space Police Striker, the SP Striker, set 6781 from 1989. Just 230 pieces, but there's a lot of small pieces in this as well. And it has lights, which I'll show you in a minute. And like I say, 2 minifigures, really sleek looking craft. So we'll show you the ship, and then we'll show you quickly the box and the instructions, because I do have the box in pretty nice condition, but we'll show you the ship first. So it's a really sleek looking, I guess, gunship. Looks really cool from the overhead view. Lots of wings. Love the colour scheme for Space Police. This blue and black, and then the trans red. And we've got the space pod on the back, which you get in most of the Space Police sets. 2 minifigures. This whole cockpit does hinge and then open up as well. So you've seen these before, but our Space Police minifigure in the front there, very similar to one of the Futuron torsos, but they give them white gloves and obviously different coloured helmets. So he's in the front controlling it. Couple of nice control panels in there, nice printed pieces, and this piece which lights up, which we'll show you in just a second. And then in the back, this pod, and these are pretty generic to Space Police as well. Space Police 1, this being, of course. So you'll have seen, if you've seen my video a while ago now on the large Galactic Enforcer ship, you got 2 of these with that. Our second minifigure is just a Blacktron minifigure in here, with his smiley face, which makes him look a lot more friendly. But he just sits in there. They just sit in, these figures. You just place them in like this and then close them up. And it's a really cool little police cell, which attaches with a couple of these modified 1x2 plates just into some pieces with grooves on, and it just slides in there really, really nicely. Pretty clever. I'm not sure what these pieces are supposed to be for. I think it's just to give you easier access to the fact that you can pull all of this back section out after you've taken the bod out, I think. All of this slides out like this, and you get this whole detachable section, I guess just for easier access to the battery pack, which is this large black piece here. And then our lights are connected to that. And if I remove one of these pieces, you'll see these are our lights under here. And it's connected to a smaller light piece, light and sound piece. No sound with this set. There's also a smaller 1x2 one under the screen with a light in it, which lights that up. All connected up. And then you cover those lights with a trans red brick. And you click on that and you get flashing lights. No, I need to probably show you this in a bit of a darker environment, but that screen lights up and the lights flash away. Now the beauty of this set as well is you can turn these around, so you can have these lights just solid lights, and you can have the screen flashing if you want to. But I think this is probably the best way of doing it, the flashing lights and the solid screen. Yeah, you can change those around. I'm not going to do it because it means just taking apart the whole set, but yeah, you can have the solid lights, you can have them flashing, you can have them both flashing, or you can have them both as just solid. So that slides back into there, so that screen then comes into the cockpit like that, and you can put your little cell back on. Close that up. The other thing that this ship does, it has these wings which you can move up and down, so you can get more of a sort of, I guess maybe it's a hovering position. I actually think it looks best when they're just dropped a bit like that. It looks pretty cool. Now it would have been nice if they'd just adopted this slightly, because there seems to be a lot of space in here where you could easily adapt this to put a second minifigure in, move this screen up to this big space that they've left here, move him forward one, and then you could just change this around so you can fit a second person in, maybe facing that way to look at the screen. And there you go. But loads of guns on this thing, loads of trans pieces, a couple more prints on the side there, and a Space Police printed piece there, and then Space Police printed logos on the side. And that's about it. I'm just going to show you the lights in a darker place, just so you can see how good the lights are. So I'm not entirely sure how well you can see this, but this is just in our bathroom, and I've turned all the lights off, and you can see those lights really, really bright. And there's that screen all lit up. So the lights are really good. So that is our Space Police SP Striker, really cool looking ship. Really happy to get this one added to the collection. Do still need a couple of the Space Police sets, but we'll eventually get those. And then, yeah, look out for a video on a full collection of Space Police at some point in the future. Quickly just going to show you the box. I'll put this to one side. The box is in really good condition. This is the light system on here, and it opens up, and there would have been a plastic inner tray in here with all the pieces laid out, like you've seen with the fire engine and the police van sets that I've done. You do have the instructions. Dig out here. There's a nice big booklet, lovely picture on the front. Details on the battery pack there, and then you build the little space pod first, and then there's quite a lot to this, and you do put a lot of pieces together in each stage. Obviously old booklet there, it's just showing you how you put all the lights together. There's that small 1x2 piece and the larger 1x4 light piece, and these just sit on top. And it goes all the way through, and there's some more details on the back about the light and sound system, and a couple of alternate builds which I'll show you on the back of the box. And here's a nice picture of a kid playing with the set, split into the three parts that it splits into. So on the back of the box we do have some alternate builds. So we've got this kind of vertical takeoff spaceship, I guess. A bit different. This one looks pretty cool. I like the use of the Space Police pieces on the back here like that. Although why you would put the screen on the back like that is a bit odd, but it looks quite sleek. Lots of weapons on that one. And then they've made a separate ship and I guess like a light array, a sensor array, or some sort of guidance system. So two separate models there. And then there's a few pictures of the cell and that screen lit up. Oh, there we go. It's really good to get. I was looking for one with a really nice box, so I can't get the plastic trays aside. Try and find a really good box, and yeah, this is a nice one. There we go, guys. That is the SP Striker from 1989. Really love the Space Police theme. Just I want to try and complete these now. We've got all the M-Tron sets, so this is probably the next one I'm going to try and find all the sets of, but finding that big lockup, that big space station set is going to be quite difficult, but we'll try and get there eventually. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Please do leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video. Look out for more vintage or classic sets reviews coming really, really soon. And whatever you're doing today, have a fantastic rest of the Easter day. Happy Easter to everybody. And I'll see you guys really, really soon for another video.